Hello, everyone. We're gonna start in comfortable seated position. So feel free to use a blanket or a block to elevate your hips a little bit and just snuggle your sit bones into the blanket or the block or the floor. And go ahead and find a long, beautiful spine, like something is pulling you up. Maybe you can even visualize something of someone pulling you up toward the ceiling. And go ahead and bring your shoulders all the way up toward your ears, back, down, and away. Give yourself two more, just a simple shoulder circle so we can find even more length in the spine. Inhale all the way up, exhale all the way down. Good. And now go ahead and close your eyes. Allow your hands to be heavy and just start bringing awareness to your breath. Notice the quality of the breath. Notice the texture of the breath. Maybe it's your first time today taking a moment to appreciate your breath, this vital exchange of gases that keeps you alive. Very often we take our breath for granted, right? But let's take this opportunity to appreciate our breath, knowing this breath is not going to be here forever, right? One day it will cease. Continue with expansion as you inhaling and contraction as you exhaling. Your face is relaxed. Your belly is soft. And just notice the quality of your thoughts as well. Notice if your mind is full of thoughts, to-do lists, agendas, fantasies, memories, judgments, conclusions. And as we're settling into our practice, just remember the goal of meditation is not to get rid of all of those things in your mind. The goal is to become aware of them. Continue with your breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through the nose. And probably by now, you already can feel how the mind is slowing down. There is a connection between the body and the mind. Well, we call it body and mind for the simplicity of things, but it's really just one thing. So by slowing down ourselves and being still, we can help our mind. Easily said than done sometimes, but hey, we're just here to do our best. 10 more rounds of breath. Notice if your mind went to la la land. See if you can gently, with no judgment whatsoever, bring your mind back to this precious present moment. The only moment we have, really. We get stuck in the past, or we anticipating the future, but it's always here. It's always now. Let's take one more deep collective breath in and exhale. Let it go. Beautiful. Bring your hands together to the heart center. In yoga, we call it mudra. It's a hand gesture, but it's really technology, ancient technology. We're not going to get deep into that technology, not just yet. But I'm inviting you to press the palms together. Feel the connection. And as we're pausing here, I'm inviting you to set up an intention. In yoga, we call it sankalpa. And intention is very powerful practice. Whatever came into your mind first, pause with it and start planting that intention into your heart. So it's come into fruition eventually. It will, if you water it properly, right? Take a deep inhale and exhale, let it go. And then open up your eyes. Welcome everyone once again. Today we're going to flow through the strong power flow vinyasa, but it's going to be more functional vinyasa. So perhaps you won't see crazy poses. We're not going to be balancing on our pinkies, but more stuff that we need to work on everyday basis to age with grace and have strength in our joints. So you will see a lot of fun drills as well as very functional movement patterns that we all need. Even if you're super strong and you can do handstand all day long, something that all of us need to do is to work on the strength of our joints. So that's the difference perhaps from more traditional Ashtanga, Vinyasa type of yoga. All the traditional yoga styles are great, but I think we can evolve and take it even further and work with our bodies so we can all have perhaps a longer and happier life. That's the goal. So take your time, make your way into tabletop position. If you do have a block, go ahead and squeeze the block between your knees. Tuck the toes and create some tension between the floor and the toes. As you're squeezing the block and as you're pushing the floor away from you, corkscrew your arms so the crooks of the elbows shining forward. Good, and really find connection to the floor. Bring awareness to your tailbone, that very last part of your spine, and start taking your tailbone up as you anteriorly tilting your pelvis. And then start taking your belly button to the floor as you arching your spine, as you shining your heart forward, and eventually you're going to make your way into your first spinal extension. So let's pause here. Let's not rush through our cat and cow. So think about you trying to bring your tailbone and the crown of the head toward one another, like they're invisible forces trying to connect those 2 points. And feel engagement in your back, those strong muscles of your back contracting. Nice. Keep your eyes on horizon. Notice how my head is not gonna move. It's gonna move as the last segment. So squeeze the block, press the toes into the ground, and start tucking your tailbone. Notice how I haven't moved anywhere but my tailbone. Start slowly transitioning into your lumbar spine, your mid-back. Nice, the place between your shoulder blades, and your last thing is your neck and your head. Drop the head, let the head be heavy. No wrinkles behind your neck, and separate your shoulder blades apart. Round your spine as much as you can, and just pause here. Now we're contracting the front and stretching the back. Give yourself a little bit more.
So spinal flexion, as important as spinal extension in yoga, in traditional yoga, we glorify back bends and we forget about spinal flexion, but we need it as much. Okay, keep your head where it is. Begin with the tail. Here we go again. Start taking your tailbone up as you slowly, one vertebra at a time, keep your elbows straight. Keep the engagement in your shoulder blades so you're not collapsing. And slowly your chin goes up, your eyes go up, stretch the front of the body, especially your throat. Good, so you can speak your truth, right? Keep your eyes on horizon, squeeze the block, press the toes. Start tucking your tailbone under, super slow and controlled. Round, round, round. Head is the last thing. Drop the head. No wrinkles behind your neck. Separate your shoulder blades apart. Give me a little bit more. Inhale, tailbone, belly, chest, chin, throat, eyes, up, contract the back. Really bring awareness to those thick, strong muscles that keep you upright. Squeeze the block, tailbone, belly. Start rounding, drop the head round your spine. Good. So we're just creating another layer of awareness, of kinesthetic awareness. You probably moved through cat and cow many times in your life, but can you move segmentally? Because spine doesn't move in inches, it moves in millimeters. And what we're trying to do is to segment the spine and create new level of awareness. And this work really never stops. The moment you're like, oh, I figure it out, this is the moment when you stopped learning, right? So even though you've done this cat and cow for many, many times, see if you can approach it with a beginner's mind. Yes. Focus on segmentation. Tuck, tuck, tuck. One vertebra at a time. Maybe you can even count your vertebra. Drop the head, separate your shoulder blades apart. We're going to pause in this cat spine because we really want to spend more time here. Feel your abs, hug your belly button in, heavy head, heavy head. Maybe you need to shake your head a little bit side to side. Good. Give yourself one more deep inhale. And exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Come back to neutral spine. Remove the block. Excellent. We're going to continue. So next one is a bird dog, and it's traditionally believed to be a spinal strengthening exercise, but it's actually more about hip extension and shoulder overhead flexion. Yes, a little bit of core, yes, a little bit of spinal stability, but we're focusing more on your limbs. Go ahead and take your right bicep by your ear, extend the arm, check in with that left arm. Is it engaged or it's kind of hanging out? Extend your left leg behind and find your long, beautiful spine. Voila. Okay, let's hold it. Dorsiflex your foot, your toes are pointing down. Check in with that left arm again. Is this happening? You're like, falling asleep? Can you find that length? Lengthen through your spine, through your arms. Brace the abdominal and stay for 5. Good. For 4. You got it. 3, 2, on 1. Bring your hand down and take that left leg to the side. Let it land in line with your right knee, and then walk your hands back and push your hips back. So it looks like a child's pose, but with your hip being abducted. Slide your heel away from you, drop the head. And let's come back to the breath in case you forgot. Send the breath to the back of your body, your posterior part of your lungs. Breathing in, breathing out. Opening up our inner thigh, those adductors, one of the most undertrained muscles in the body. It's a lot of them. Some of them insert directly into your pelvic floor. And we're tight there for a reason because we're protecting our most vital organs, the reproductive organs, right? So maybe it's not actually a terrible thing that we're tight there. Good. Give yourself 2 more. Deep inhale. You got it. And exhale. Slowly shift the weight forward. Take your left knee back under your left hip. And let's do another side. Left arm reaches forward. Right leg extends behind. Make sure you have room behind. Nice. And then extend and lengthen. Nice. Turn your toes down. Lift the right leg up. Squeeze your abdominal. And visualize you being pulled and stretched in opposite direction. Deep inhale. And exhale, 2 more. Reach and lengthen. That back leg is so engaged. That right arm is so engaged. And exhale, bring your hand down and take your right foot to the side in line with your left knee and walk your hands forward. And again, see if you can slide that right heel maybe a little bit further away and then drop the head. Good. Find a deep, slow inhale here and exhale. How's this side? Is it different or is it the same? Probably not the same. Good. Long inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. And slowly come back. Bring your knee to meet your other knee. And let's find our way into downward facing dog. The first downward facing dog of this particular class. And here I'm inviting you to be creative. So you can rock side to side, shifting your weight into your sides, in your hands and your foot. Good. You can walk the dog out, bending one knee at the time and bringing the opposite heel to the floor, getting to the Achilles and calves. Look to your belly button so there are no wrinkles behind your neck. Good. Push the ground away from you as you guiding your chest to your thighs. Good. 2 more. Last one. Shorten your dog a little bit. So walk your feet maybe like a half an inch. Shift the weight into your right hand, your left arm. You're going to cross the midline and grab the outside of your right ankle and start looking under your right armpit. Try to keep your hips where they were, ankles are strong, and now pull yourself into a deeper twist. We're getting into the back and spinal rotation. Deep inhale and exhale. 2 more. And slowly release. Plant the left hand down, super strong. And now reach your right arm underneath. Grab your heel and look under. Creating this twisted downward facing dog. Good. Deep inhale. Creating this tension, that healthy tension in your fascia, in your joints. Everything is active. We don't want to hang out here. We'll hang out in Shavasana in the end of the class, but let's be strong here because strength is so important. Release, bring your hand down, and now look between your hands slowly. Walk your feet forward, and now turn the toes out. Maybe your toes going to be off your yoga mat, and now have a seat into your first squat. Feel it, be with it. Don't get too comfortable here because we're gonna be moving. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Good. Say hello, hips. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Good. Keep going. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. 5 more. Hips go up. Let's add the arms. Reach the fingers forward. Exhale, fold. 4 more.
3, 2, one more. Nice. Turn the fingers in. Nice. Bend your knees. Bring your hands on top of your thighs and squeeze your shoulder blades. Squeeze it like you mean it. Good. On your next inhale, reach your arms over your head. Find spinal extension. Feel your abdominal. Look up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands and step back into your first plank. Now we're going to break down one of the most famous yoga poses or transitions, the chaturanga, which is basically a tricep push-up that can be done so many times and so many times incorrectly, which can injure your shoulders. And shoulder injury is so common in yoga, so let's break it down. So you're here, extend your hips. So now you're basically in a modified plank, right? So if I lift my knees, it's going to be plank. Now you're in modified plank, and this is enough. We can start here. Pull the shoulders away from your ears, so you're not here, okay? And super slow, you're going to start leading with your chest as you're bending your elbows. Notice how my spine is not overarching. I'm not here, right? You're going down, you're going down. Whew, my triceps are working, so maybe I never need to lift my knees off the ground. You're going down, you're going down. Good. Arriving. Inhale. Cobra. Contract the muscles of your back. Press the top of your feet down and let your fingers or your hands float. Squeeze. It's not what you do. It's how you do it. Squeeze the muscles of your back. Good. On your exhale, tuck the toes and push yourself up and back. Downward facing dog. You can do same transition with your knees being on the ground. Good. Let's explore our dog. It's the second one of the class. We're gonna do one more variation of sun salutation, so we can really warm up before we begin to build our sequence. Give yourself 3 more rounds of breath. Can you relax your neck? Move your head in a circular direction, so there are no more tension in our neck. Look between your hands, walk forward. Turn the toes out, have a seat. Nice, squat pose. Again, don't get too comfy. Exhale, hips go up. Inhale, forward, squat. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Let's keep moving. We're going for 10, by the way. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, hello hips. 8, 9. Good. And 10. Turn the toes in. Let's find neutral-ish spine. The tailbone reaches back. The crown of the head reaches forward. Strongly all the way up. Arch. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step back. Choose how you want to float. So if you felt like you were not challenged enough, then keep your knees off the ground. But if you felt like you were doing all kinds of things with your shoulders and your neck, overarching, please drop your knees. Love your shoulders. You only have 2, right? Okay, I'm going to do it with my knees down. Pull the shoulders away from your ears. Tuck the tailbone. We're going down. We're going down. All the way down. Upper facing dog or cobra. But you can progress in upper facing dog. Let's pause here. Pull the upper arms back. Feel the stretch in your collarbones. Exhale. You can transition with your knees on the ground or not. Downward facing. Good. 3 rounds of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. On your next inhale, go ahead and lift your right leg up. Bend your knee. Point your toes. And your left heel, collapse it to the floor. So you're getting into deep stretch in your calf. And start shifting your weight to the left.
So the toes are pointing down. Let the gravity pull you. So your right hand is so light, maybe you can even lift your right hand off the ground. Stay for 3. For 2, let the gravity pull you, but don't give in. And for 1, slowly step the right foot between your hands. Drop the left knee down. And we're going to come up into vinyasa or half kneeling. Tuck the tailbone a little bit and start sinking forward. So finding this deep stretch so the knee goes over the ankle. It's actually a good thing to take the knee over the ankle. And for years and years, I was teaching to keep the knee over the ankle and never go forward. But then, good thing I learned that full range of motion is actually good for us, unless there's pain. So there is always this unless thing. So be mindful. How does it feel in your knee? Go ahead and take your arms over your head, look up, and start finding spinal extension. Lengthening up and back, opening up the front line of the body. Stay for 5. Good. 4. Breathing in. 3. 2. On 1, bring your hands down. Keep your hands in line with your right foot. We're going to push the hips back. Finding this half Hanumanasana or half split. And now shift the weight forward. Take that knee over the toe. So we're exaggerating it. And then push it back and forward. Keep going. Just a few more. I call this one a hip floss. You flossing your teeth? Yes, I hope so every day. So you can also floss your hips. You didn't know that, did you? Good, give yourself 2 more. Nice, last one. You got it. And now go ahead and step the right foot back. Choose how you're gonna flow. Maybe full chaturanga now, maybe not. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Lift your left leg up. Bend your knee, open up the hip, collapse your right heel. So bring that right heel down. And start pulling, or reaching, I should say, your left foot toward the ground. That left hand is so light, all the weight is on the right side. So we're opening up the left side of the body, right? Deep inhale, you got it. And exhale. 2 more. Nice, slowly, gracefully step the foot between your hands, land the knee. Good, slowly come up, little tuck in the tail, keep the ribs in, take your arms over your head. Let's open up the front of the body. Nice, deep inhale and exhale. So we're moving really slow, we're moving with intention. We're gonna pick up the pace, but I'm not a huge fan of very fast movements because it's just another opportunity to be mindless, right? We're already so freaking mindless, running around. I know I am. I know most of us like that. So let's pause, let's explore. And once again, it's not what you do, it's how you do. This pose, if you're engaging enough, can be hard. It is hard. On your exhale, bring your hands down. Keep them in line with your left foot. Push the hips back. Press the left heel down so you're feeling your hamstring on the left side, yes? Slowly shift the weight forward. Take that knee into full range of motion. Yes, maybe your knee will go over the toes. Great. Slowly take it back. We never take our knee past 90 degrees throughout our day because think about our modern chairs and seats in our cars. So we need to take it into full range of motion at least in our movement practice so we can compensate all this not full range of motion nonsense, right? Give me 2 more. Last one. Perfect. Plant the hands, step the left leg back, find your strong plank, shift the weight forward, tuck the tail, slowly lower yourself down, inhale, upward facing dog, squeeze your glutes, shine your heart, exhale, push back.
Good. Look between your hands. Feel free to walk forward, or maybe you can jump forward. If you're jumping forward, say yoo-hoo. Inhale, halfway lift. All the way up. Arch your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands. Jump back. Choose what you need. Knees on the ground or not. Halfway. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. We're picking up the pace. Now you're warm. I hope you're warm. Lift your right leg up, bend the knee, open up the hip. Good. So now squeeze imaginary orange behind your right knee. It's there. I promise you it's there. And start finding big circles with your right hip. We're going to do 3 in each direction. Don't be shy. Give me big circles. One more. Here you go. Reverse, big circle. 2. One more. Here you go. Gracefully, right foot forward. Plant it. Lower lunge. Go ahead and find spinal twist to the right. Hold it. For 3. For 2. For 1. Drop the left knee down. Keep that T letter. Strongly come up. Bring your shoulders over your hips. And now your right hand, start reaching it to your left heel. Just think where your left heel is or might be, and slowly start extending your spine as you're rotating. You might find your heel, it's there somewhere. Oh, here we go. Hold it for 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, on 1. Windmill your arms. Bring your hands down, lift your left knee, and now we're going to walk our hands to the left foot as we're settling into our Cossack squat or lateral lunge. If you're not here and you're compensating by coming up on your ball of the foot, maybe you can just be here, and that's okay, right? One day you will get there. Maybe not. Again, there's no destination. Don't worry. Like literally no destination. It's just the process of becoming of our best version, the happiest version, right? And movement is such a wonderful tool to become a better version of ourselves because it affects everything in your body, in your life. Feel it as I'm talking. We're still holding. Deep inhale. On your exhale, slowly crawl yourself forward. Graceful transition. Take your right foot back. Lower yourself down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Look between your hands. Remember the rule. If you're jumping, say, yoo-hoo. Halfway lift. All the way up. Shine your heart. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands. Step back. Lower yourself. Knees can always go down on your back. Exhale, downward facing. Lift your left leg up. Open up. Collapse your heel. Find your orange so you can actually engage your hamstring. Think about, we stretch our hamstrings all the time in yoga. We need to strengthen them, people. Give me 3 circles. Bigger, don't be shy. Full range of motion. 1 more. Reverse. Nice. Gracefully step the left foot on outside of your left hand. Wiggle your legs apart so you're dropping the hips. Open up. Rotate. Stay for 3. You got it. For 2, squeeze your shoulder blades. For 1, drop the knee. Keep that T letter. Now use your core. Slowly come up, shoulders over your hips. That's it. You got it. Now that left hand searches for the right heel. It's somewhere down there. Leaning back with control, Find it. Here it is. Right bicep over your ear and start finding your best expression of this variation of Anjaneyasana. Stay for 3. Reach back, open up your chest. For 2. For 1, windmill your arms. Bring the hands down. Walk yourself to the back of your mat and Skandasana, not Anjaneyasana, Skandasana. Stay here. Let's hang out here again. This is your variation. This is enough. Remember, find that sweet edge where you challenge, but you're not in pain, and no ego. Well, a little bit of ego is okay, otherwise you wouldn't be doing that, right? But when you're like, I'm gonna get into this pose, then injury. We don't want that. We're too cool to have injury, really. Well, injury sometimes can teach us a lot. Okay, I'm still talking to you a lot, so you can be in this pose for a little bit longer. For 3, for 2, for 1. Crawl those fingers. Graceful transition. Boom, left leg extends. Give me that chaturanga. If you like my shoulders bothering me, Marina, then skip it. My goodness, you never need to do that. Or knees on the ground. Inhale, upper facing. Exhale, downward facing. Look between your hands. Jump forward. Inhale halfway, all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step back. Let's skip on chaturanga. Right away into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes up. Open up. And again, we're going to reach the foot toward the ground. Keep reaching. Keep reaching. And eventually, let go of your hand, your right hand, and then we're gonna find our way into a wild thing. Make sure it's wild. Left hand is active, right bicep over your ear, extension of your glutes and your spine. Stay for 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly. How do we come back? Are we stuck here? Hopefully not. Okay, slowly, slowly, slowly. Right leg up, step the foot forward. Good. Find a spinal twist. You got it. On your next inhale, we're going to come up into that twisted lunge again, but this time back knee off the ground. Soften in your back knee. Give yourself a little bit of bouncing. So you're like checking your legs, like, are they okay? All right, I think they are. We're going to reach the right hand to the back of our left thigh. Maybe even to the back of our left knee. Reach back. Now start taking your eyes up, training our proprioceptive system. So we know where we are in the space. For 3, for 2, for 1. Windmill your arms. Bring the hands down. Transitioning into Skandasana. Maybe this time you're not touching the ground. So it's like a ninja transition. Whoop! Have a seat. Good, you got it. Stay. Maybe hands to your heart center. Pray for you to survive the class. I'm just kidding. You're going to be just fine. Okay, now, transitioning. We're all going to be different here. This is a hard pose. Go ahead and have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat. Voila. Bring the knee down. I call it a hip fold. You have a better name? I'm taking suggestions. Open up. Bring the knee down. Open up again. Good, play with that. Feel your hip. You're moving your hip through internal and external. So give yourself a little bit more of external. Nice, last one. Perfect. Okay, now we need to get up, right? Obviously, you can use your hands to press yourself up or try to sit up into that Skandasana without your hands. Ninja transition. Step back. Play maybe with one leg. Chaturanga. Upper facing. Exhale, downward facing. Good. Look between your hands. Jump forward. Whoop. Inhale halfway, all the way down, all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant, jump, lower, shine. Exhale. Left leg goes up. Bend your knee. Nice. Pause. Feel the gravity, right? And now slowly, slowly arriving. I like bending both knees. It's just a different variation. And now open up the heart. Hold. For 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's transition.
Slowly you pivot on the right foot, lift the leg up, step the left foot forward, open up, twisting to the left, stay. And when you're ready, come up, shoulders over your hips, soften in your knee, maybe bounce in your legs a little bit, and start taking yourself into that twist and extension. Good, stay. Breathing in, breathing out. Or two more. Nice, ready? Windmill your arms. You're bringing them inside. Choose if you can transition without touching the floor. So right heel goes down. Go low into your Skandasana. Have a seat. Hold it. And then bring the butt down. Hip fold. So right knee goes in and then out. In and out. Keep going. You got it. 3 more. Open up that hip a little more. Nice. So hip rotation is very important. And in yoga, in traditional yoga, again, I don't have anything against traditional yoga. It's just too much of anything is not good. Even traditional yoga. The problem is it's very linear. It's sagittal plane only. We don't get to rotate our bodies in those traditional practice. And now we know for longevity of your joints, you need to rotate them. All right, ready? We're gonna come back again. Hands, no hands. Oh, this side was harder. Slowly transition, find your plank, choose to go through single leg, chaturanga or not. Inhale, upper facing, and exhale, drop the knees. Child's pose, everyone. Pause. Breathing in, breathing out. Long inhale, slow exhale. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna play with crow pose. I did say we're not gonna do crazy balancing, arm balancing poses, but this one is actually very accessible, and I'm gonna teach you guys how to do it with the block, because for me, any arm balancing is really fearful. It's like, what if I fall on my face and break my nose? So that's kind of thoughts that running from in my head, even though I'm strong. But having a block just as a mental thing, and it's a nice soft block, is super helpful. So boom, I'm gonna jump into my squat. We spend a lot of time here in the beginning of the class. Plant your hands, spread your fingers nice and wide, and now pike your hips up and bring your heels together so it's like a plie squat. We're gonna plant our knees on top of our triceps and lean forward. And here it is, here's your block. So you can bring your nose down or maybe nose over the block to start with, or just let your lips and your nose hover over that block so you don't have a fear of falling on your face. That's how it's helped me to find my crow. Good, look behind you, like toward your toes. That will help you, and round your spine, just like we were rounding it in our cat spine, remember? Okay, let's play again. Play with perhaps the height of the block. See what happens. Plant those knees. Good. Spread your fingers. Find that plie squat. Good. Start shifting your weight forward. Nice. And then lift the toes off the ground. Stay. For 3, for 2, for 1. Bring it down. Good. So I'm still learning this one because, as I said, I'm not into tricks. I'm more into functionality of things. But this can be a nice little playful. But again, you don't have to do it ever again. And you're not going to be a bad yogi. I promise you that. Okay? On your exhale, go ahead and find forward fold. Bring your feet hip width apart. Soften in your knees. And go ahead and slide your hands under your feet. One hand at a time. Be very careful and just be very mindful here. Try to go with your hands your entire palm, your entire hand underneath. And then just play with that. Massage your hands gently as you're dropping your head. So you're not, your neck is not overly active. This is a beautiful chance to go inward because you're literally looking toward your belly button. Long inhale, slow exhale. Go ahead and release your hands. Come up halfway, hands on top of your thighs. On your exhale, step back this time. Push back into downward facing dog. Nice. On your next inhale, bring your right knee to your right wrist. We're going to set up for a good old pigeon pose. Everyone's favorite, unless there's pain in your knee, and then it's not your favorite. And by the way, if you have a knee or hip pain, you're just gonna do figure four on your back. You're gonna flip yourself and find basically same pose. Slide the block under your right butt cheek if you need it, and then lower yourself down into sleeping pigeon. Let's connect to the breath. Breathing in, breathing out, softening, letting things go. So we're getting into glutes and piriformis muscles, working on passive flexibility here, which is a good thing, but it has to be combined with active mobility. It's like yin and yang. One cannot exist without another. And in our culture, we tend to lean toward extremes because they just sells better, I guess. Like think all the other industries, right? If you want to lose weight, you're going for extreme, like fasting or keto or I don't know, fruit diet, whatever it is. But it's not very consistent. To be successful in anything, I think, is to find balance, whether it's your nutrition, your life, relationship, movement practice, your business, your work, your family. Let's take 10 more deep rounds of breath in this very classical sleeping pigeon. Last one. Beautiful. And super slowly start pressing yourself up. Your sleeping version of pigeon is over. All right, let's wake up, people. So bring the block toward that right shin and start finding spinal extension. We did a lot of spinal extension, so hopefully it feels good. Bring awareness to your left foot. Press the left foot down. Bring awareness to your right shin. Press it down. Pelvic floor muscles. Your bandhas, hug in, pull in, and when you're ready, find the length. You're literally gonna lift yourself up like a centimeter or maybe two, and when you're ready, let go of the block and look up, lift up, stay for 5. Make it super challenging, the most challenging part of the class. For 4, you got it. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands down, bring the hip down, remove the block if you had it. Plant the right hand, and now we're going to move our left hip through one more hip mobility drill. You're going to lift the left leg up, and you're going to slowly move it in the air. Visualize that air being super thick so you can move fast, and then bring it down. If it's too easy, let go of the floor, and you can just keep your hands to your chest like this. If you still want to add on to this one, go ahead and hinge.
Woo, your right glute. Nice. Slowly take it back and again, hinge and unhinge. Choose what you need. You can be here, no hinging. 2 more. You can mix and match. Last one. Okay, let's make ourselves back into downward facing dog. And then let's open up that hip one more time. So hopefully it feels good. Exhale, bring the foot down. Inhale, setting up pigeon. On the other side again, maybe a block for your left butt cheek, block for your forehead. Settle in. Maybe you don't need a block, you can get rid of it. Drop the hips low, let the gravity pull you. So nothing crazy, really. We see a lot of impressive, crazy things on social media. But my question, how functional it is, how helpful it is, how many people can actually do it? And if you can do it, then what? Like really, if you can do a handstand on the edge of the cliff, like, then what? Really? Does it make you a better yogi? Probably not. All this stuff we're doing is really to down-regulate our nervous system, learn about our own bodies so we can be with ourselves and less in our heads. How extreme you get into the practice has nothing to do with the purpose of yoga. And I think we all know that. We just forgot, or we get just highly influenced by social media. So we're just here to remind ourselves that we're not competing, we're not trying to get anywhere, we're just here. Give yourself another 10 rounds of breath. Start slowly pressing yourself up. Keep the block or get rid of it under your hip, but bring that block to your hands and let's find another spinal extension. Press the top of your right foot down so you're creating foundation for you to take yourself deeper into the twist. Good. Bring awareness to your left shin. Start lifting your hips away from the floor, pelvic floor muscles. When you're ready, let go of the block. Open up your arms like an airplane arm. Stay for 5. Come up a little bit higher. So you're lifting yourself up. 4, 3, up. 2, 1. Let it go gracefully. Ooh, have a seat. Good. All right. Left hand. Use it as an anchor. Well, at least to start with. Take your right leg forward. Ooh. Like I have some books on my way. In my way. Good, nice and slow. Okay, choose to let go. Ooh, and this side is harder. Notice if this side is harder for you as well. Beautiful. Nice. Add the hinge if you wish. You got it. Hinge, unhinge. Beautiful. Give me 3 more. Any variation, you can come back to the first one. It's really up to you. Last one. Perfect. Okay, let's make our way into our last downward facing dog. Open up the hip. Long inhale. Good. And exhale, slowly release. Look between your hands, jump forward and see if you can, as you're jumping forward, cross your ankles. Yoo-hoo, and have a seat. Good. Once you're seated, If you have a blanket, you can use a blanket. If you don't, it's all good. If you do have a blanket, have a seat on the very edge of that blanket. So we're gonna try to take our pelvis into anterior tilt. Grab your butt cheek. So you're removing the flesh of your butt cheeks. Good, and now from here, take your arms over your head. Your knees are soft, press the heels down, and then fold forward and give yourself a hug. Finding that deep forward fold. We spend some time in the forward fold standing. This is just your seated version. And then on this one, guys, don't take yourself into deepest variation. Who cares? Find a soft variation. Again, we're looking inward. Deep inhale. And exhale. Softening, allowing, accepting, and letting things go. It's so interesting, this phrase, letting things go or let go. We keep hearing that, right? We see books on that, podcasts. Everybody is talking about it. But when it comes to actual letting go of something or someone, the idea, the person, how are we actually doing? It's the hardest thing, right? To let go of that grip, something we've been holding on. But nothing is ours ever. And that's the deepest truth. And just if you considering that, if you thinking of that, if you contemplating of that idea, you're already there. You are on your path. Because many people don't. Long inhale. And exhale slowly with slight engagement. Start pressing yourself up. Beautiful. If you had the blanket, remove it. And make yourself all the way down on your back. We're gonna do one more spinal extension, hip extension. Walk your heels toward your butt, and now tuck the tailbone and press your hips up. Slowly take yourself into bridge pose. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press the pinkies into the ground. Lift your hips and bring your chest toward your chin as you're elongating your neck. And hold it. This is really more hip extension rather than spinal extension. Something that I never understood, like why in yoga we call it a spinal extension. Yes, there is some spinal extension, but make it more about the hips, your glutes. Gluteus maximus. Stay for 5, for 4. Good. 3, 2, and on 1, slowly release your hands first. Lower your hips down, all the way down. Nice. And while you're in this position, lift your hips one more time, but move them to the right side, like you're trying to bring your hips to the right side of the yoga mat. Then drop the hips, straighten your left leg, and take yourself into deep spinal twist. You can grab the outer edge of your right foot with your left hand and extend your right arm to the side as you pressing your right shoulder blade down. We're finding our deep spinal rotation. We did some spinal rotation throughout the class. Make this one the yummiest one. Again, I'm not gonna cue you to take your fullest expression. Maybe this is your softest expression. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Breathing in, finding softness. Breathing out. You're alive, you're breathing, you're doing okay. You're doing great, actually. Good. Give yourself 5 more. Slowly rebend the knee, let go of the foot with the engagement in your belly. Come back up. Bend your knees and again, scoot your hips to the left a lot. Straighten your right leg and guide yourself into a spinal twist on the other side. Use your hand to grab your foot, maybe, maybe not, and left shoulder blade, press it down and take your eyes over your left arm as well. Good, and reflect on your practice. How did you feel in your body? What kind of thoughts you had in your mind? Were you judgmental? Were you frustrated? Or maybe you were joyful and happy and grateful. Or maybe it was a mixture of all of it. Usually it's like that, right? Good. Give yourself 5 more rounds of breath. Long inhale. And exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. Slowly start coming back. We're going to go into plow pose next. So this can be a very demanding pose on our neck. I'm going to give you guys a variation for this pose. Again, be smart. There's nothing to prove. Nothing. So if your neck is already vulnerable, don't go there. Take a variation. It's going to be as good. So the variation is going to be to pick up our hips like you're going into shoulder stand. Watch my hands. It's like I'm sliding my hands into the side pocket of my favorite jeans. Squeeze your shoulder blades, and then you're just gonna drop your hips into your hands. So watch, I can move my neck freely. So there's no strain, no weight on my neck. And I'm still in my spinal flexion. You perhaps can take yourself a little bit deeper. But again, look, neck is moving, neck is happy. Or if that feels good, please, no ego. I'm gonna move forward. I'm hitting my chair again. I'm gonna take myself into full plow. This is a deep spinal flexion. We did a lot of flexion. Again, another opportunity to go inward. How are you feeling? This is an expression of self-love. Self-love is not getting a manicure once a week, or, I don't know, getting a massage or treating yourself with a nice dinner. Self-love is how are you with yourself when you're by yourself? What kind of thoughts you have about yourself? This is self-love. And if you have a negative talk, self-talk, that's something to work on, right? Because no one's gonna love you if you don't love yourself. This is a hard truth. Give yourself 3 more rounds of breath. But everything is a process, and process is progress. Slowly, bring your hands back to your imaginary jeans, or maybe you do have a jeans. One of my favorite teachers, she practices in the jeans. That's her style. And slowly, 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 lower your sacrum down, bend your knees, grab the outer edges of your feet and pull your knees to the floor for your happy baby. If you think of this pose, it's like a squat. And we did the squats, the malasanas a lot. Can you use your upper body to pull your knees inward a little more? Breathing in, breathing out. Relax your face. Slowly release your feet, bring your feet down, bring your hands on your pelvis and slowly move your knees side to side like a windshield swipe without moving your pelvis excessively. And when you're ready, stretch your legs to the corners of your mat. But if there's anything else you need to do, please be my guest. Otherwise, start arriving into Shavasana. If you do have a blanket, maybe the blanket can go under your knees. Relax your face. Take a deep inhale and exhale. You can pause the video and stay in Shavasana as long as you need to. I'm actually encourage you to stay a little bit longer. But if you're on a hurry, with your eyes closed, bend your knees and roll yourself to the right or to the left, whatever side is calling your name. Pause here. And then slowly start pressing yourself up. Go ahead and have a seat. Cross your ankles in front of you. Find a long, beautiful spine. Elongate your spine. Bring your palms together to your heart center. And just feel yourself. Life gets so busy. And life is really short. We forget how short it is. So let's not waste not even 1 second to be grateful for our bodies, to be grateful for our life, even if it's difficult and you're going through some challenging stuff. There's always something to be grateful for. Bring a gentle smile to your face. Maybe that smile is a gesture not to take things too seriously in life. And together as friends and yogis, we are wishing each other namaste. Bring your hands to your third eye and let's bow together wherever you are watching this recording. And go ahead and come back. Open up your eyes. Thank you so much for your practice, for your energy, your presence, and your willingness to play and your willingness to find time for this playfulness. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.